Greetings and salutations and welcome once again to the Capeless Crusaders live.
Hi.
At the time.
There we go.
I got all nervous, man.
The safe house. I forgot which button.
We're changing subjects. We're gonna do D&D. Nope, Manderson's not here.
You guys are
That's why I
talking
was
so
all
much.
confused. Well, I was confused because it just popped open and I'm still chewing.
My name is David Barry at Dr. Barry on varying social media platforms. When the music ends, the episode starts.
Oh.
I am joined this week by none other than, to my left,
That's aggressive towels, sir. I know you need it.
Yeah.
This is Amy. You can find me at iJaneURobot on all the social media. I hope you missed me because I'm ready to roll some die and hopefully not see a three-legged wolf for
I forgot about the three-legged wolf.
How did you forget about
I
the three-legged
can't believe
wolf?
I forgot about
But
it.
across me, our master of ceremonies for the evening, our DM is none other than...
I'm Manderson, son of Mander, on Twitter and Instagram, which I'm getting better at using.
You are. You're
we're
posting a lot.
practicing.
Posting
I'm
more
proud of you.
photos of me and my kids. I'm on vacation right now, so it's a lot easier because I'm spending more time.
so much. Okay.
What? Yeah,
I'm digging
I'm
it.
doing that.
That
Hey,
explains all the
so-
pictures.
so welcome. First off, if you may have noticed the episode title. It is part 4. Where part 1, 2, and 3? You're asking, internet-based individual.
Curious
Let me
internet-based
tell
individual.
you about that, because right down there, below the mighty tower shield, a dwarven tower shield to be exact.
That's so pretty.
TheCaplessCrusaders.com is your number one hub for anything Crusader related, including all of our social media, our blogs, and all our previous episodes, which include part 1 through 3 of our Dungeons and Dragons campaign, authored by none other than the son of Mander. So you can check that out, catch up if you like to. If you don't want to catch up, that works too. Whatever, do your thing.
They're pretty funny.
We're pretty talented
they're
individuals.
entertaining, yeah.
There
You
was
should
that
check
one
them out.
time in that tavern where Steve and I got distracted.
Pretty much oh yeah, you guys got distracted. I think that was parts 1, 2, and 3.
It was
Even
really
when you
well.
weren't here, you got distracted.
That was not my fault.
I don't know how that works. So,
Somebody else is rolling for me.
It's good stuff.
this week's episode is brought to you in part by Computer Booter, local computer repair, video game store, retro video games, and video game lounge. They do still have the PlayStation VR. You get 10% off your purchase if
Hey,
you
you
go
can
and
feel the
mention us.
logo down here.
Hey, that's weird.
weird.
Stop squeezing that.
Sorry.
We are also sponsored by Empire's Comics Vault. I'm not pointing at Amy. I'm pointing down
well,
below.
I am kind of.
You're there. You're there.
I am
You're
the gal
right.
Monday.
I can't reach the
I
logo
am the
from
gal
here.
Monday.
Get out from under.
Sorry.
You're touching things under the table, bro, and that ain't me.
Our favorite comic book store with pugs and a vast selection of hot sauces that is
So
ever
many.
expanding.
Yeah.
I had 3 of them today, and I cried.
He's kicking.
Wow.
He's kicking people out. He's like, "Hey, get rid of your comics. I want more
I
hot
want.
sauce."
Yeah.
There literally is 4 cubbies for hot sauce.
Now,
We have a new.
what? We have a new sponsor for the show.
Yeah.
You
I'm
ready for this?
scared.
We will be doing a social media post to promote it later on.
Yeah.
But I believe Manderson is going to introduce us to our new sponsor.
Yeah. You ready for this?
No, I'm not. I'm not equipped for such a
That's-
sponsor as this.
That's fair. We're gonna get you a
You meant just
beard
for
though.
a speech.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I'm not equipped for a sponsor
Hey, David.
or a speech.
You have a husband.
Hey, David, you like a good beard, right?
Check out my.
I mean,
lack
look at.
of-
Yeah. He shaved his beard off.
Hey, Manderson, I'd love a good beard, but
She
my
loves a
emergency
good
pirate
beard.
kid is currently not here.
I'm working on mine. I mean, who doesn't love a good beer, right? Good beer?
Yeah!
Right there. Who doesn't love a good beard? My wife actually hates beards, regardless of who they're on. So she's the only person. I love a good beard, and whenever I try to grow one, it always gets like, kind of like the sexy,
Don't say that.
the
Sorry, I thought we were
sexy
talking about
stubbly
textures.
look to wiry homeless look really quick, because I don't want to invest in those oils and those balms, and I don't know what to get. It's expensive, it's hard, and it's, from what I hear from my friends, it's messy. But guess what, guys? This is as corny as I wanted
This
it
is
to be.
what I knew it was gonna be. And it's just like, do you have problems opening cupboards? Well,
I'm sure.
This product. Anyway, carry on.
So we recently ran into this product developed by.
I didn't run into it. It got thrown at me.
That's true. Got thrown at her. I ran into it, and then the rest of the guys ran into it. The company's called Beard Balm Brush.
BBB.
And they've basically taken like essential oils and the balms and the stuff that you'd put in your beard, and they put it into a brush. Basically, it's like a beeswax brush with all the things you need to put in your beard to make it look healthy and nourish it. And I mean, you do that, and then you sing to it and talk to it until it's pretty, and it turns out really great.
That sounds super convenient.
So much easier.
Takes out that extra stuff in my drawer in my bathroom.
It's also cheaper. Like, have you ever looked at some of the other stuff? That other stuff can get expensive. This is.
Have you seen my product collection?
I have not.
Yeah, you blush.
Okay. They're also reasonably priced, and if you go to beardbalmbrush.com, pick out a couple of products, or one, however many you think you need, and use the promo code CAPELESS, all lowercase, CAPELESS. You will get 15% off, which is nothing to sneeze at.
Nothing
It's pretty good.
to sneeze
Especially
at
considering
at
they're
all.
already a really good deal. Like, I was shopping for myself earlier today, and it's a really good deal without the promo code. But with the promo code, it's practically a steal. So, beardbalmbrush.com, promo code CAPELESS, all lowercase, 15% off. Check it out.
Did you miss Father's Day? Well, you know what? Make up for it by going to Got take 2. Did you miss Father's Day? Go. No, never mind. I'm done.
Did you miss Father's Day?
Thank you.
Are you in need of a belated birthday gift? What are we going to? Beardbalmbrush.com. But it's not a bomb.
You could
It's
go
not
to
exploding.
Our graduation. You have a grad. You need to buy them some facial hair stuff. I'm going to be using it as I grow in my new beard because
As
I
am
went.
I, yeah.
I went.
shapes.
I went baby faced for the summer, and now I'm gonna grow a beard, and I'm gonna.
You were trying to be cool
my
for the
beard
summer?
balm brush. I am always cool for the summer.
Tom said he was going to do the Fu Manchu, so you can use it too.
That's cute.
If
I'd
he
be really
can
down
do
with
it,
that.
I would like to see it.
Short nerdy guy, aka
Hey!
short nerdy
Wait.
man, short strong nerdy man cosplay, in the chat right now. He should check out.
Also,
he should
hello
get a beard-
chat. We're
he should
really
get a
happy
beard
to
balm
see
brush.
you.
Hey.
If you didn't miss our infomercial on Beard Balm Brush,
We're gonna have to try that so much.
Beardbalmbrush.com.
We'll add a logo so that way everyone can just click on it and not have to worry about
Yeah.
it. And hey, if you're on YouTube, welcome from the past. And if you're listening to this in audio,
Thank you.
that's me caressing your microphone.
Hello.
I hope that was good for you. as it was for me.
Apparently,
So,
I got that one. So we're supposed to be doing something.
We have no round the horn. We have no news. We have dice. We have
we
dice.
should-
So
we
There
have
is
many dice.
news.
I missed
Do we
my
want to
D4.
talk about that guy and that problem too? I don't want it like later on, off air.
Oh, all right.
Cool.
Are we ready to jump in?
Are we? Wait, where are we? Are we still in Chult?
I'm going to do a quick summary.
I get a recap.
Yes.
So-
Son of a
This is
brisket.
not a bad DM.
I'm a mediocre DM at best,
Yeah.
though.
at best.
Hello.
So last session, our group, the Crusaders, were summoned to the house of Talia Nasi and sent on a mission to Chult. In Chult, they encountered a half-orc named Undril, who asked for their help to
her.
get to Camp Vengeance. And so they agreed to go on it. Some shenanigans happened in the inn
What
that they...
shenanigans?
Well,
That was
let's
so
say
good.
Bryce and Diane got a lot drunk.
Oh, yeah.
And
It was a good day.
they had a lot of fun. They got a late start the next day because of it.
true.
But
I was
they
ready to go.
they traveled
You were
down the
so
river and set up camp where Alex was very excited to face some undead.
So excited that he
Unfortunately,
couldn't
they
fight
were attacked instead by some gorilla-like creatures named Gorillon. But after fending them off, the rest of the night has passed without anything of note. The night remains hot and sticky as the sun begins to lighten the sky. You notice that heavy clouds have rolled in. What would you like to do?
Are we? Which side of the river are we on?
We're on the side with the not dead.
You
Wait,
no,
what
you
happened?
you stayed
Did we
on the
price with the map
east side
No, I have the map.
of the river, which is the side where there is more undead.
Just around the river bend.
for me.
Is that-
Coming.
I can't wait till we're
for
off this
me.
river.
So
I fear it.
we need
Those
to
trees.
head down to.
Or right behind these waterfalls.
Okay, so I'm gonna drown Diane. I'm gonna roll natural 20. She dead. Moving on.
Can you? I
But
wonder.
you're not supposed to ignore that sound of distant drumming.
Dead again. Moving on.
That was a 3.
Nope, that was a 30.
3.
All right, so
Me.
wait, what time did you say it was?
The
stop
sun
thinking.
the sun just rose, so I mean
Cool.
you're close to the equator, so it's probably
Weird.
like I mean, it's like 7-ish.
What's the orc's name again?
The orc,
Undrel.
her name is Undrel.
Undrel.
She's our girl, bro. It's all for you.
Undrel, my dear. How much further to Camp Wanahakalui?
She doesn't get that reference.
Well, her problem, not mine.
So-
Camp Vengeance.
To Camp Vengeance, I'm not really sure, because I've never been there before. I was just told to go there, and I was told it would be very easy to get there, and then found out that it's not. So it could be just around the river bend. I'm so mad at myself for making that reference right now, but it worked. Or it could be around 20 more river bends. Who knows?
Well, I say we head down the river then, and we stop spending time on the shore and avoid any monsters. What do you think?
I cool with that.
Cool, let's go. Bryce, bind your wounds because you're bleeding like a sieve.
Everybody's back to
Oh, is
hit
he
points.
good?
Long
We had
rest.
good.
The magic of D&D, you get a long rest and everything is fine.
We're all so magical. There's gonna be so many Disney references today. I hope you're strapped in.
Nah,
I left my harness at home today.
let's do this. All right.
Oh, dear.
I vote we head down the down the river.
I agree.
Stop it.
You should have given him the thing to put over his face so that you didn't have to watch him try.
You want this?
You could just hold it up in front of your face.
It's probably gross and moist.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you're heading down the river.
While
How much so you've been traveling with the night plus the day before, you've probably been traveling about 18 hours at this point.
Wow.
How much water have we been consuming?
Oh, I'm in danger.
All right, if you have not been drinking water, I need you to make...
Wait.
I've been drinking water consistently.
I have unicorn water.
So if
I
you
don't
have-
think I'm gonna do this.
If you have been drinking water, make sure to take your water rations out of your... at least a day's water rations, probably a water skin,
Sounds good.
out of your inventory. If you have not, make a Constitution check for me, and we'll move on. The journey down the river is as calm as it was the day before, though the water flows against you. It's not very strong, so it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to continue rowing through the day. About an hour into your journey, the rain begins to fall, and it's a pretty heavy rain. I'm gonna need you all to roll survival checks for me.
Wow, how rainy is this?
It's a rainforest. It's super rainy. Like, you can't
This
see
is
more than
Texas
5
flash flood
feet outside
in
the
summer.
boat.
Fine.
This is the time for that. Ooh, son of a brisket, you! I got an. You said Constitution, right?
Yeah. No. This one's survival. Bryce got a 17.
Oh, he's alive.
I got a 5.
I've got a. I have to do math, so this is gonna be 11.
11. All right. Undroll. She got an 8. What do you have?
5.
So our average, I believe,
Math.
is gonna...
Do it.
You guys are gonna be fine.
Cool.
Because the average... Bryce basically carries the group here.
Just for today. Can I?
He gets into the water, he picks up the boats, and he
That's
carries
not...
Can
As
I
the
just-
boat begins to tip, he uses his monk-like abilities. He jumps up, and he's, like, on the back of the
And he
boat.
balances
And
it.
as it's tipping, he, like, leans the other way, and he's, like, bouncing back and forth. And then he flips over, he's on his hands, and he's just kind of like, check this out, guys. And he's doing all sorts
He
of cool
would do
stuff.
that.
I'm going to remind you one time on this journey as your DM that you have rain catchers, so that you
Well,
do
I was
not...
just gonna ask if I
Okay.
could do that.
Yes, you
but
can.
You kept talking.
Sorry.
I would like to catch rain and refill my water skins and the water skins of my party while we have a heavy downpour.
Sure, okay, sounds good.
All right. As the travel continues, the rain begins to lighten to a slight drizzle. It would be a normal drizzle in California, a heavy rain in Seattle, and a light rain in
Texas.
As you continue to travel on, you come upon an abandoned riverside camp,
Hey-o.
strewn with wreckage. The tents are moldy and tattered,
Gross.
and all the permanent structures appear to have burned to the ground. There are
Cruise, bro.
2 intact rowboats
Is there-
are tied off
Elephant?
to a short dock.
Okay.
North of the camp is a ridge, built into which is an 80-foot tall stone statue carved to look like a man with a crocodile on its back.
It's Trader Sam.
Between the statue's feet is a stone archway leading to a dark tunnel. To the left of the statue is a crude animal pen with a small panicked bird running around inside. There are no other signs of life to be seen.
The panicked bird is my favorite note of this.
It's going.
It is Jungle Cruise. It is Jungle Cruise, and we have found the camp.
It is.
Jungle Cruise is my dad's dream job.
I think.
He wants to be a skipper.
I
love skippers. They're so nice.
I think the statue is Killer Croc.
Okay.
Hey.
Which serves nothing at all. So
I thought it was Trader Sam.
I don't know.
I'm okay with that.
There's a lot of information here, or it could be Craven. There's a lot of information here. Should we get out and investigate, or just? How bad's the rain now? Is the rain
First,
still?
I want to make sure that all the water.
The rain's light and manageable, and so the rain started an hour in. This is about 3 hours in, and it was pretty heavy rain. So your rain catcher filled with rain extremely quickly, and you could fill. If you all 4 of you expended 1 water skin, you would have more than enough water to fill up all these skins.
Good. Then
so you're back to full capacity.
So everybody has water. So fix your water.
Get out, or should I didn't find a way to change it, or should we just awkwardly row past it? What do you guys think?
Well, I like Bryce. Hey Bryce, what do you think about that giant, scary little thingy yonder? Right, that tunnel under that man.
I hate you so much right now.
It looks real cool.
It's worth it. It's worth it so much.
Okay, so that's
I think that's a vote. I think that's a vote to go in.
Alright, wants to go in?
Hey, Andro. Is this Camp Vengeance?
Oh yeah, there we go. Good
Too
question.
much direction by the DM. I'm sorry. But she knows this is not Camp Vengeance. She tells you that this is Camp Righteous, which is their previous camp. Yeah,
Previous camp.
Previous camp.
Okay, so they gave it up because they were overrun by undead. Hopefully,
Or Trader Sam took in their
or
heads.
Trader Sam. Yeah.
Your head. The price
So,
for your head.
so that's the. Do we want to go save the bird?
See, here's the thing. The squawkety.
Yeah.
I like.
Okay, let's go save the bird.
I'm fill up to saving the bird. Are we sending an event? How do we want to approach? Do we want to paddle in? Do we want to leave Bryce here and have him anchor down with Undril? Do you?
No,
want to go?
let's pull our boats up to the
full
dock.
party up?
Yeah, full party because I don't want to risk someone floating away.
And then there goes all of our stuff.
Yeah, Bryce would just disappear.
So you pull up. You put your the boat on the.
We anchor in.
You tie your boat to the right. Stupid iPad.
Wait, to
You're
the
the
stupid
right-
iPad.
to the
What
right-
is this?
the right-
Alex?
This technology.
They don't get that reference. It's to the right side of the dock and tie it off. The other 2 boats that are there, you tied off, are tied off on the other side. You get off, and as you get out of the boat, Undril points out something that seems a little out of place. Like, hey, that armor looks a little unusual. It's not something that I've seen around here very often, or if ever before, really. Check and see which one's higher, and roll perception or investigation, whichever's higher.
That's both of us.
Yeah.
I know. I'm rolling. Perception. Roll the +3. 16.
16.
I rolled a 17 for
Oh, good.
perception.
And it's the same. You got a 17 as well. All right. So
He's not that smart.
I was hoping he was just like looking around.
as you
He
all
kicks
as you all kind of like get closer to him, you notice that the armor on the dead bodies are fresh, relatively
so
fresh.
neat.
They're not undead. They've been probably killed dead a week or less.
Cool.
You also notice that all the dead bodies are female.
Oh.
Crap!
And that the armor looks very similar to the armor that Diane is wearing.
Son of a brisket.
These are Amazonians. Well, whatever your people are called, I don't know.
We'll go with that for now.
They dead.
Good thing my perception check was correct.
Yeah, I mean, if you failed, I was going to let
It
you
was
roll
gonna
again
be-
for an advantage. Yeah.
She's just like looking down, like, I don't know them.
So,
who they are.
to give you a little, like, there's bodies strewn all over the place.
Wait. This armor looks like the armor of my people.
Oh, interesting. Okay, good. Now I was gonna say, I looked at you and I looked at them, and I'm like,
Hey, my eyes are up here, bro.
Well, I wanted to look at the armor, and it just so happens that
my
it's poorly
personage.
designed. not
I will fight you.
No, it's high quality, but it's it's just a metal brassiere and a metal speedo bottom. Yet it protects you from damage. It doesn't make any sense. RPG designers are
Wonderful.
misogynist.
So,
You were saying?
Oh, yeah.
this looks like the armor of my people.
Directly in front of you looks to be there's a circular building of some kind that's completely burned out. Just to the right of that, there are 4 tents, all of them still standing, but extremely moldy and tattered. There's blood stains and slashes through all of them. As you look off to the right on the other side of camp, there seems to be like a pyre that is still somehow burning. You don't know how long this has been abandoned or if the Amazonians started this. There are two bigger round tents kind of next to that are also tattered and full of mold and bloody. And on the far left away from you is a bunch of smaller tents that look similar to all the other ones. Blood everywhere, slashes, mold, kind of falling apart.
I have a question.
The animal pen is just behind those tents.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is this burning an eternal flame?
It's just a normal fire.
It's just a fire.
It's just staying lit for a really long time.
Apparently, through Seattle weather. Undril, did you know of any connection between your people and Diane's people?
She says as she starts kicking rocks and looking nervously out into the air.
As far as I know, we've never encountered anybody
I don't know.
like Diane at all before.
And you said this camp was abandoned, yes?
Yes, this camp was abandoned. It was overrun by undead, and they had to be...
Diane, would your people have attempted to take back the camp from the undead?
We would, considering there is something of value that's here beyond squawkity squawk.
Oh, okay. Is it the statue? Or through the statue? Let's go check the bird.
No,
She aggressively rubs her head and looks away. I can't. Look, bird.
So you walk through the camp. So you're basically walking through past the fire in between the two circular tents in front of the statue and the cavern that it covers up, and behind the other set of tents. So you're on like the north-ish side of the tent or the camp at this point.
Question.
Yes.
Because the Ruru is here in the chat, and he just brought up a good point. Is there anything of value in because you said the tents are pretty like rotted.
Tents,
okay,
yeah.
so we can see there's nothing in the
need
tents.
We need to check my
people.
my people and my sisters.
You check your sisters.
I'm going to check them for any additional gear or replenishment. I'd like to check and see if anybody's got some daggers, because I noticed somebody forgot to pick up their stuff again.
Well, as you search the camp, none of them have daggers.
Aww.
They all have
because we're smart girls.
They're armed very similarly to you, where they either have a shield and a short sword, or they're carrying broadswords or two-handed axes or something like that. Some of them are carrying warhammers and the like. Armor's all very well made. There's a few of them that have their dyed with their bows in their hands with
honor.
Yes. All of them died with honor.
Honor.
All the quivers are empty on their backs, so they went through all their arrows before they saw their end. You do notice that there don't happen to be any undead in the area. So if they were fighting undead, they cleared themselves out, or they were overwhelmed very quickly and not able to take care of them.
Can I look at I would like to investigate the closest, my closest sister, to check for any additional signs of how she died.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
Investigation?
a medicine check.
Oh, yay! 5.
5. It looks like she was...
I'm not that smart.
She died in battle. She has some slashes on her, some bruising. Her nose is a little bloody.
It appears she is no longer living.
She is dead.
How many bodies are there?
You know the bodies hit the floor, man.
That's on my workout list, that song.
Good. I'm so proud of making you sweat.
So as you're walking through camp towards the bird, you count about 20 bodies, but there's still other areas of the camp that you haven't investigated yet.
There are 20 of you here that were overwhelmed. How are we gonna survive this?
I think we're gonna strip them of their weapons and armor and throw their bodies on the fire. Because my friend told me so. Wink, wink. I'd actually like to investigate some of the more outlying tents while we send Undril to go check on our magic chicken in a cage.
Is there a magic
It's
chicken?
not- well, I mean, you'd have to go check and see if it's a magic
I
chicken.
want
I'm gonna go check and see if there's a magic chicken. I'm gonna have Underl stay here because I don't trust her now that she's,
She's lying to you.
Well, I don't know if she's lying or she's just willfully just unaware, blissfully.
I'd like to pinky. Can I pinky wrap her finger with my lasso
Okay.
and do a check to see if she knows why my people were here?
Yes. So I believe... Are you trying to intimidate her or persuade her to tell you?
Persuade.
Persuade? Okay, so
I'm
roll
nice for now.
With the
roll
lasso of
persuasion.
truth.
with advantage, because with the lasso of truth, you get advantage on that.
Well, what's my advantage on it?
Advantage means you roll twice, take the highest.
Oh, that's right. Okay. And sorry, I had to make a precision. Ooh, I like that one. Dang it. Okay. 9.
9. So you ask her again. She says, "No. As far as I've been told, there has been no previous arrangement made between or alliance made between our peoples. I've never seen one of your race before. I've heard of you, but never have seen until I met you."
I'm gonna check the chicken.
And I'm gonna gently pat her on the head, give her a kiss on the cheek, and say, "Okay, pumpkin."
Okay. So you walk over to the pen. There's a couple of dead bodies outside the pen. But you can see that this is a smaller bird. Its beak is kind of like long and flat, like this. Looks kind of like an axe.
I told you.
And it's running around just crazily squawking. And it squeezed through an opening in the pen, but the way that it's done is that if it tried to get out, it would push. It would push. It would push the wiring back together.
It's a lobster trap for Zazu. We need to get Mufasa.
So many Disney references.
I'm feeling it today, man.
Hang on.
So while he's still checking out Zazu, can I still go take Undrill and go look at the contents of the tents currently adjacent to the pen?
Yes, you can do that. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Oh, I have nothing on this. 8.
Okay, so as you're walking through, you don't seem to see anything different than any of the other pins. There's some dead. You can see some dead Knights of the Shield in there. They haven't turned in the undead, thankfully. But it looks like anything of value may have been taken.
Okay.
I just browsed my spell book. You ready for this?
Oh shoot! Is there a chicken? Is there a chicken book?
There's a little bit.
There's a chicken.
I'm gonna
Break
cast
yourself for chickens.
Animal Friendship.
Okay.
We're the two best friends that
Yeah, we're
anyone
basically,
could have.
yeah. This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. I can see within range. If the beast's intelligent is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Is this a smart chicken?
It's empty.
Are you
That's
out?
sad.
We're not even.
I mean, this is still full, but this is empty.
apparently
also,
lifting kilts.
Thanks, Mark, for this.
Are we cool? Is the chicken cool now?
Yeah. Oh, the chicken's. It's still freaking out,
Zazu.
but it's kind of like it sees
But it
you.
knows I'm cool.
And it calms down a little bit, and it's kind of like its eyes are locked with
likes
you, and
Yeah.
you can see that it's in its eyes. It's kind of like pleading to.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, no.
Now I'm gonna cast Beast Bond. Hey.
You're making friends with.
I'm a druid.
Wait, what does that do?
I'd like to just point out that he basically became Simba,
Yeah.
and he just got a Zazu. You guys.
So I establish a telepathic link with one beast I touch that is friendly or charmed by you. So we're already cool.
Is it a nude beach or?
It's a topless. Get it right.
Okay.
So I'm going to. Can I reach through, or do I have to open it and pull him out? Get out.
I want you to reach in and poke him with the finger.
If you tried to reach through and pull him out, it would close in on you, but you could separate.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna reach out and touch him and touch fate. And
Thank you.
through the link,
Good job.
the beast can understand my telepathic messages to it and can telepathically communicate emotions and concepts to me. So I can.
You feel what their other people are feeling.
So I can get a gist of what it saw.
Hey Mantis, you feel what other people are feeling.
Yeah. How about that? So I'm gonna ask the chicken.
Okay.
What happened?
Zazu.
So you can feel that
He's panicked.
it's been in a state of panic for probably about 12 hours.
Okay.
And that's how long it's been
recent.
That's how long it's been stuck in the cage.
Okay.
Other than that, you get like if it's trying to communicate before that, there's feelings of safety and warmth and family and friendship. Like it was you get the sense that it was with its family before it wandered into this camp and got trapped in the cage.
Aww.
And then started freaking out.
Poor Zazu.
So now that I've gotten its feelings from it, I realize I also have the ability to speak with animals. So if I cast speak with animals, I get the ability to
Come
comprehend.
on, Dr. Doolittle.
These are some of the free ones because they're
No cantrips?
yeah.
They're all.
What?
No, literally, it keeps going.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to point out you can squawk and squeak and talk with the animals, and they can squeak and squawk.
Yeah,
and
exactly. I'm not going
sing
to.
and talk with you.
Druids
Dr.
are so...
Doolittle.
My next character is going to be
Yeah.
a druid. They're so OP.
So I can communicate with it.
Okay.
And it can give me information about nearby locations, monsters, and whatever they can include whatever they have perceived or can perceive within the last day.
Okay.
So in other words,
And I can
because
also
of the time
perform
frame
it.
you've given him,
Yeah.
Zazu the chicken, or whatever you
naming
decide.
it?
Whatever you decide
Nah,
to,
it's Zazu.
you decide
Wait,
that.
are we going with Zazu?
Zazu.
Okay.
And it can also perform a small favor for me.
Side note: I think we've just adopted Zazu until you find his family.
Yeah, sounds good.
So let's make sure, Simba, that everything happens correctly. I think it's time
I'm
that you
laughing
and
at
I
what
were
Ruru
each our
said.
guy. I know.
Okay.
means
Okay,
Dad,
so
stop
you're
it.
talking to it now?
Yeah.
I was not prepared for this.
I know you weren't.
And you know what?
Get your DM improv skills on.
Side note, I want to flag down
we
Bryce and make sure that he's standing by and marveling at the wonder that is you while talking to Zazu, your new chicken familiar.
Bryce decided to stay by the boats and guard it.
He's a terrible guard.
I also have animal messenger, so I can
no,
I can
that's
send
when you
him
have to
somewhere.
send him later.
Yeah.
He's coming with us. We have a party. We have someone joining our
Regardless.
party.
Okay, so what?
So, Zazu, my friend, what happened?
I need a voice for this. I
know.
gotta feel this so deep. You gotta get that old church lady voice going. Let's get it done.
Old church lady?
I don't know why Zazu would have an old church lady voice.
Neither do I.
But I'm into it.
Do you want
This
the
is going to
British
be
one?
terrible.
Hey, chat. Somebody clip this.
Okay, so ask the question again.
Zazu, my friend, what happened here?
I arrived in camp.
That's as good as it's going to get, folks. I arrived in camp before the sunset yesterday and got trapped in this cage, and I've been freaking out, man!
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I don't
I
know
don't
how
even
much
understand
I don't know if I want to talk to Zazu anymore.
That's also my goblin voice, so if you ever encounter goblins,
Oh,
that's what that's
Jesus.
going to be.
gonna be
Side
wild.
note, I just want to stare over in bewilderment as the squawking from the chicken and my friend Alex has gotten very, very intense.
Someone clipped it. All right.
Thank you.
Now how about no more chicken voice while the baby's asleep?
That's fair.
You maintain well.
What happened to the Amazons, the women in armor? What happened to them?
So we're going to assume he's talking in the same voice. But,
Yeah.
He
But now he's slipping you paper notes.
he communicates to you that they were all dead
you got
before,
here.
but he can like the smell from the bodies. He can tell that they've been dead probably about 24 to 48 hours.
Then Zazu, who brought you here?
He brought himself here.
My family lives nearby, just on the other side of the
Riverbend.
not the river bend, just
the
on the other
waterfall.
side of the group of bushes, just to the. He wouldn't know what north was, but he's going to communicate somehow that they're north
That
of you.
direction.
That's my family lives in a group of a clearing over there, and so I just wandered in. You get the sense, like the way that he's communicating and the words that he's using, that he's probably very young.
You have a young chicken familiar. Look
I'm
at you.
gonna let him go back to his family.
But what was that?
Yeah, you could fuse Zazu with the Jafar's parrot. That's what the chat room just said. So Gilbert Gottfried, good reference. I'm gonna let Zazu return to his family.
Thank you, Rudu. Why don't we
All right.
ask? Well, you didn't ask him anything about
this is
the
yours
area.
for that.
He's because he's not aware. He didn't know. I don't even know
Also,
anything about the area.
real quick,
Yeah.
just in case for those of you, I have this cool little like D&D pin when
Which
I give
gets
it
taken
to
away from me when you don't use it in the same
when
campaign.
yeah, you have to use it by the end of a session basically. But he has inspiration, which means he could roll advantage on something in the future.
Make sure you pet him and give him some seed to take back to his
I don't
mommy
think
and
I
dad.
have any, but
I don't know, you're a tree
I
guy.
produce some
Exactly.
from a strange place.
I
cool.
hope you didn't wink that at
Of course
the
I
camera.
did. All right, so
It's just like that weird fruit that gets you high.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because they got eyes.
So I'm gonna actually, because I can ask him one small favor before he goes.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him to
Scout ahead
scout
into
ahead
the tunnel.
into the not too far into the tunnel. As soon as he feels unsafe in the tunnel, I want him to come back.
Okay.
Nicely done.
So
If my chicken dies,
If our familiar chicken dies,
if Zazu,
meets Gimpy in an untimely
that'd
demise.
be weird.
So he kind of wanders in, and he communicates back to you that, at least right at the entrance, it's a very high
It's tough.
entrance. There's a lot of cobwebs everywhere. The stone floor has mud and moss that have kind of crept in over the years, and that's pretty much all I can see. There's not a whole lot more. There's not a whole lot of light in there for him to see a whole lot more, but it looks, from what he can tell, it looks very empty. He doesn't get very far in before he steps on something and he hears a click, and he's short enough that above his head some blades slide back and forth, and he steps back and then he just takes off running out the. So he's fine.
You're making me panic about a chicken that isn't even my best friend.
He also
His best friend.
he also communicated that on the walls of
That's what others are feeling.
there seems to be a bunch of like pictograms and pictographs depicting some sort of story where there's a man and this crocodile that are kind of interacting, and in one picture it looks like they're kind of talking with each other, but the language he can't read. And the next one, there's the man is on the crocodile's back crossing what looks to be a river or some sort of body of water. And then the next one is the crocodile on the man's back. And it seems to be walking. And there's a number of these pictograms where the crocodile's on the man's back and they're seeing different types of environments, forests, deserts, cities, and that kind of stuff.
Piggyback rides.
This is weird.
This is demonic piggyback rides.
Well,
It's just. It's
I actually do
doubles
have.
as a scout.
I do have the ability to transform into.
You want to be a
beast.
crocodile? Don't be a crocodile.
No, a beast that I've encountered, so I could transform into him and.
So-
Well, but apparently, according to chat,
if you read your avatar
scout.
transformation, that takes the place of that. So you lose that ability, so you can turn into the avatar.
Oh, well, I think that's a fair deal.
Yeah.
Would I rather turn into wolves and chickens or swamp citizens?
You can now turn into an Axebeak.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, then you really do become Simba.
Yeah, Simba. All right, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna come over towards you.
Okay.
Can I gently pat Zazu on
Why
the
are
head
you
as he scampers
touching
away?
everyone?
I'm a touchy-feely
You touched
person.
Underl. You touched the chicken.
I'm trying to let them know that I mean them no harm in case they think I'm gonna stab them in the back while they sleep.
I mean, you've spent 48 hours with Undril at this point.
She could be scared of me. You don't know.
Okay, so I
Girls find
believe
me intimidating.
I believe we should investigate the cave, but
Okay.
I want to send the bat.
we need to.
I mean, the detective.
we need to check for traps along the way because we already know that at least the very entrance is booby trapped.
We also learned from our squid friend that one time. That squid friend, the calamari, that guy. It's always a trap. It's always a trap.
Got it. I have no idea where you're going with that, and I was like, we haven't encountered any squid people or.
Hey, you don't know. That was a really long night at the inn.
Okay, so you're going back to get Bryce.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you gonna leave a guard? Or are you gonna take Undril with you as well?
I'd say you.
Let's leave Underl to watch our backs just in case. In
Okay.
case no one's in the cave and someone comes home.
Where do you want to have her by the boats? Do you want to have her at the front of the cave? Where exactly do you want her to be?
I want our boats fully pulled up, not hanging out attached to the dock. I want them dry docked. I want them straight up on the sand, so all of our shit is safe.
Do you want her there?
Can I make her Can I persuade her enough to drag the boats to? No, it's too far.
We could. Oh, drag him up to the cave. No.
If we need to escape, we're screwed.
Do we want it? Let's leave her on the shore with the boats.
Okay.
With her bow in hand.
Yeah.
On patrol.
She's ready to go.
This is not Firewatch.
Does she have a dinosaur, right? Does she still have her dinosaur?
The boat was not big
The
enough.
boat wasn't big
Got
enough
it.
for the
Okay,
dinosaur.
cool. Just making sure.
So, I mean, if you wanted to bring the dinosaurs,
Then you would have just
one,
made.
then you would have had to tromp through the jungle. But you'd have dinosaurs.
No, but this
So-
is just turning into Magic the Gathering, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I didn't know that was an option.
If this is Magic the Gathering, I'm so excited.
Everything's an option. Just remember, you can do anything.
Cool.
As long as you can roll good enough to get it done.
Yep. All right, let's head into the cave.
Okay,
I
so
need a
you enter the
kangaroo.
first room and you see exactly what Zazu described to you. If you're checking for traps, go ahead and roll a perception check with disadvantage because there's a lot of like mud and growth and stuff, so it's hard to see this stone.
Hey.
What's my disadvantage?
Natural 20 plus 3.
So 3 is going to be your... Okay.
What? Plus 3?
Plus 3.
No, disadvantage, so you take the lower of the two.
Oh, I have to roll again?
Yeah.
Disadvantage means?
Disadvantage means... So if I say advantage or disadvantage, you roll twice. Advantage means take the highest. Disadvantage means takes the lowest.
I went from a 17 to a 13.
13?
17.
Do I get my perception too or no? No.
Yeah, you add your perception modifier to it.
Then 20.
19.
Wait, you wrote
17 plus 3.
17 plus 6 was, 21.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And then I got 19 the second roll.
Oh, so
You-
I think we're good.
Yeah, you get
We
about...
Wait. How did our bat friend do?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's falling behind.
Drinking my
Because he's not a tank.
water.
So you get about 5 feet in, and you detect that there's like a change in what the stone is really made out of. Like it doesn't look quite as sturdy. Looks a little bit more worn and cracked. And that goes almost to the very edge of the room, but there's probably about 6 to 8 inches on the sides of the room that you could scoot across on the side and not put your full weight on this.
Plate.
So if
I'd like to get a pebble or something off the ground and throw it onto the plate.
Here we
Tap
go.
it onto the plate.
okay,
I will back up to the cave entrance.
okay,
You.
Go for it.
Oh wait, what am I?
you're just throwing a pebble.
Yeah, 18.
She does it really well.
I land it right in the
I'm gonna.
Doesn't
So
even
that's like
bounce.
that's like an athletics check. She's just chucking it out, chucking on it.
It's one of those side.
You
it's
throw
like
this tiny pebble small enough and like hit it perfectly enough that it like the section that you hit kind of cracks and then falls in, and you can hear about a second pass, and then you hear the of the dirt hitting the ground below, and then a little bit more of it peels away, and you see there's probably about a hole that's 6 inches in diameter.
Hey, buddy.
What?
I think we might need to grapple across this sucker.
Yeah, we already had. He already told us there was a ledge around the side. You didn't even have to throw the
I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to tie something to a stalactite and swing across like I'm Tarzan.
Well, there you go.
I'm Jane.
And you're gonna die.
Do you have a grapple?
I'm gonna let her do that, and then I'm just gonna gingerly go along the side.
Okay, go ahead and roll dexterity.
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Your movement. I have
16.
a
16?
rope as well as my
Okay.
lasso, which I technically should be able to use to tie the thing.
So you make your way across. Couple times you put a little bit more weight on the edge, and you can see more of it kind of crumble away, but it doesn't all. You don't fall in.
Yeah.
You make your way to the other side, just fine.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do what?
I'm gonna take my lasso, tie it up to the stalactite on the ceiling, and do some of that, but not as much.
Indiana Jones.
There's no stalactites,
Done.
unfortunately, because this is not a natural cave. It's
That's
carved out. There is in between this chamber and the next. There's a door frame, and if you had something that you could like embed into it, you may be able to do something like that.
I mean, the other thing I could do is just lasso you and use you to try to jump across and make you drag me up.
While she's figuring out what she's gonna do, Bat Citizen pulls out his crossbow, puts his grapple on it, and then he like hooks it on, and he just glides across.
Would you like to follow him?
I might as well.
Sounds good.
There we go.
I didn't
Alright.
know if he made it or not.
So y'all made it across.
Y'all.
You
And no dino tag.
No
I'm
dino
sorry.
you peer into the next room, and it looks very much the same. It's about
Wait, are we peering like the mystery gang?
yes, sure. I don't know what that is.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
Where
okay.
everybody peeks
Sorry.
through the door. It's one head over the other because I'm short.
My parents didn't let me watch Scooby Doo because they thought it was like evil or something. I don't.
It's always those meddling kids.
I don't understand now.
Explains so much.
We're looking through a
They
door.
wouldn't like now. My parents would probably let my kids watch it, but they wouldn't let anyway. So as you look in, you both have night vision, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Bryce does not. He's human, so just be aware of that.
Poor guy.
Sad.
You can see that the ceiling is about 20 to 25 feet tall. There's a lot of cobwebs in here. The floor doesn't look quite as grown over with mosses and foliage and that kind of stuff. It's a little bit further in, so there's not a whole lot of other things you can hear. But this is the room that Zazu wandered in and triggered a
Is this
trap.
the room where it happens?
What happens?
I don't know. Is this the room where it happens?
What's happening?
Chat, you know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Ruru just sent the Kratos yelling, so I guess he knows what's happening. He said there's a barbarian somewhere just screaming. Okay, but he already triggered
Coming to Zach anyway.
Did he already? So he already triggered the trap. So is it like reloaded, or is it still visible?
Oh, yeah, actually, that's the best thing. Did it slow down or did it reset? Is this Last Crusade prayer opening sequence, or is this
Penitent
like?
man.
I'm going to let you roll
Penitent
a history or survival check, whichever is higher
That's
for you.
terrifying. Hey, natural 20 plus 4.
Okay.
24.
18 plus.
His
18
dice are
plus
loaded. That's
3?
2 nat 20s and
That's 18 plus 3 on so 21.
21? Okay.
On my survival. Sorry,
so
history.
you're able to ascertain that the trap is reset every time that it's triggered.
Okay.
Penitent man, bro.
Yeah, penitent man. Niels. We are not sending the boy in, as the chat room has suggested. We're not sending an expendable boy in.
You said the chicken.
We already sent the chicken in.
Zazu, come back!
Okay, so
But Zazu's too short. He could just run back and forth all day and be fine.
That actually would be really fun to be like, hey, buddy, here's let me lay let me lay hands on you and give you dark vision. Run.
all of a sudden we have a night vision healed chicken just running through. Okay, so
That's amazing. Can we get one of those for the next campaign, please?
yeah, I'm gonna recruit Zazu and his whole family.
Yes!
Unless they're already dead.
Shut up. This is like we have a flock of seagulls.
That's a weird band. Okay,
Just
so
about
I'm
the
going
hair.
to I know because I had the telepathic link. I know where the trigger points are.
Okay.
So I'm going to.
You know where one is. He didn't set all of them off.
Oh, that's a good point. Crap. All right.
I'd like to re-equip my pebbleage skills.
Then
Okay.
We're gonna.
You want to
check
you want
for
to you want
traps.
to you want to pebbleage to the knot space where you go, hey, right there, that one's a trap.
Do we want to have her? Okay, you can do that, or we can check for traps. I'll check for traps. You throw pebbles. How about that?
So this, just so to give you a little bit more perspective, this room isn't very. It's less than 5 feet to the next section. Like there's another, like the wall kind of comes down, but it's an open gateway, so you can kind of see through. There's another chamber.
Okay.
I can see.
With some
little
tiles
light-
on the
little
floor
dark
in the
hand.
next chamber, so it's not very long. I don't know if that's going to change anything for you.
Okay, I'm gonna check for traps.
Okay.
I'd like to launch a flaming arrow so that it lights the way and go through the doorway and light the racks.
You might just summon something. I'm gonna
wait,
check
you're-
for traps.
Okay, you're checking for traps, and you're firing a flaming arrow to the next room? I mean, that's fine. That'll help Bryce see, because Bryce is literally like... Bryce is like, guys, I can't see.
I've just been carrying.
Can't see.
I've been
Why
carrying.
do
Oh, you can't? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to carry him for how long?
I have been for
What
a while.
happens when we have something in the dark attack you from behind?
Then I'll drop-
You
well,
can't
he'll get
see it.
stabbed. He'll get stabbed, and then I'll drop.
He'll be the
it.
guy that gets stabbed.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Okay, I'm gonna do the flaming arrow thingy.
Okay.
I
do
roll a
that.
17.
Natural 20.
All right, so whatever you want to hit, you nail it, and there's like some brush there that catch fire, and it kind of lights that room. In the meanwhile, Bryce, he lights a torch, so he can see.
I was sore.
We don't need it. We don't need it. We're fine. That's up to him. He should have been the one lighting the torch, which he did. We're good.
Yeah, but now he has less ability to fight.
Yeah, whatever. He's
I've
fine.
made it so he can see.
I mean, if he hits somebody with a torch, he does bludgeoning plus fire damage. So
But he's gonna light himself on fire.
I rolled.
That's
I rolled a
fair.
17, by the way, checking for
okay,
traps.
so you find the trigger that Zazu hit, and it looks like that it's a fairly large tile that fills most of the room. So you would be able to easily avoid it, and it's small enough to where
A good hearty
with the
jump.
successful athletics or acrobatics check, you'd probably vault it with no problem. So we'll say whichever's higher for you, DC 15.
Oh, where'd that go? 16.
Okay, so you make it over just fine.
And
You
I
kind of
got
like
15.
you make it over and like barely
I had a 15.
miss it. You had a 15?
Yeah.
So who's going first?
The big guy.
So you go first, you make it over just fine. You can kind of like, as you look back, it's like, "Oof, I barely missed that." You go over and you like clip the edge of it and you feel this whoosh, whoosh right behind you. You can,
Don't look at my ass!
you can feel the blade, like the wind of the blades just kind of like brush past you. And Bryce is just like, takes out his crossbow, puts his grappling hook,
This is why I don't do this with this man.
and he swings across and lands on the other side. He's like, "I got this, guys."
Oh my gosh.
Am I getting
I'm not
better or
hiding any-
worse at that?
It's not terrible, and I'm losing things in relation to that.
All right.
Also, we should have sent him in. If the weight of a chicken can trigger it, just throw a boot at it.
Apparently.
But I like my boots.
So this room,
Go.
Don't look at my butt.
this room is shorter than the
I'm in
previous
front
one.
of
It's
you.
probably
You're
about
looking at my butt.
15, 16 feet high. On the floor in front of you, you see that there is a 4x4 tile. There's like four in the middle. It's different color. Like it's not the normal stone. It's like a different kind of color stone that's in there. And in front, on the other side of that, there is a ledge. It's about 7 feet high, and you can just see over the top of it. There's another you can see a 4x3 tile on this stone door in front of you.
It's wizard chess.
Except there's only one square. There's two squares. Lamest game of Wizard Chess ever.
It's a 4x4, so there's 16 squares.
Oh,
on the
I
floor.
thought you said 4 feet by 4 feet. Like
No, sorry, yeah.
He's telling you the ratio.
There's
So
a giant checkerboard.
you said there's a 3x4 on the door?
There's you
Or
can
4x4.
see, so you
I
can
lit
see
the last room, so we have light still coming through, and,
Yeah,
and
you can-
Deep Derp has his torch.
Yeah, the room is fully lit, so you're good there. But like if you're looking at the door, you can see the top row clearly, the second row clearly, the third row you can see most of it, but you can tell that it's cut off from view. So you can see
It's tiered.
that there's at least 3x4.
I'm gonna check for traps.
Okay.
Hey, accordingly, we should throw boots.
Go to the chat room. They vote boots
Or boys.
or boys. What am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception plus 3, 18.
18.
Ooh.
You can tell that all the tiles are triggered. There isn't enough room on either side, and they're
you
too
can walk
far
around.
across for you to jump across. And Bryce couldn't successfully grapple across either.
We have
I'm-
to
I'm gonna-
spell Yahweh.
I'm gonna. but
So
in
far,
Hebrew,
this is-
it starts with an I.
Exactly. Where's Sean Connery dying in the cavern opening?
Because everyone goes J.
Starts with an R.
Okay,
so
I'd like to throw some pebbles.
Jehovah. Yahweh starts with a Y. YW.
Yochevahe. Let's get going with
Yeah,
this, bro.
sorry.
It's all different names. like that.
YHWH, sorry.
Raish.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, throw
I'm
your
gonna throw
pebbles.
some pebbles.
Throw some pebbles.
I got a 9, and what am I
Okay,
throwing?
which tile are you throwing it at?
I want to aim. You said what is it? It's 16 all the way. It's
Yeah.
4x4. I'm gonna aim.
So would you want to do the one closest to us?
I want to do what? So 2 in front of where we are. So does that make
Okay,
sense?
so not the row right in front, but the next row?
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming we clear the first row.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so you're throwing at the second row?
Yeah.
The pebble hits, and as that hits, you can see out of some
It's
small
Indiana Jones.
holes in the side of the wall that you didn't notice before, just plumes of flour fill the room, and then they dissipate.
Okay, so it's the second part of the ride.
Okay, so wait, so you said the second row
It's fire.
fire. Okay.
Do you want to throw a rock?
I'm gonna throw a rock at the first row because now I'm worried.
Okay, which tile?
How many are there?
It's a 4x4, so
it's-
if you're... Yeah, that's pretty much what you're seeing.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
And I did. So if we're here, I'm saying
How many pebbles did you throw?
I just threw one. So I threw this one. This one's fire.
Okay, so I'm gonna toss basically in line with the. I'm gonna toss the far left.
Okay.
far left. I'm gonna toss right there.
You don't have to. It's fine. You don't have to roll. More fire.
Okay.
Cause this girl ain't on fire.
Okay, so I'm gonna toss a pebble onto.
Yet I heard that. You better drink some more of that, bro.
I'm gonna toss a pebble on each of the 3.
Okay.
So to finish out the line.
Which order are you gonna do it in?
I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So your first pebble lands. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Third one.
Okay.
Fourth one.
Okay. Okay.
So fire.
Interesting.
Fire. Okay. I'd like to throw some more rocks at up to over 1 right.
Yeah, here we go.
Can we assume you're gonna throw pebbles at all
in the 1s and 2. Yeah, on the rotate.
Okay, all the 1s and 2 trigger fire.
Okay.
Fire!
Okay, so how about row 3?
You throw all of row 3 triggers fire.
Okay.
And assuming you do row 4, all of row 4 triggers fire.
Interesting. Okay.
What does the ceiling look like?
The ceiling is like a gray stone. There's maybe speckles of white and black in there, but it looks just like the same stone of the statue outside.
Okay, and you said it was like that over the door?
No, it's the same 4x4 grid.
Oh, up on top of the door?
Mm-hmm. Well, you see 3x4. Damn it, I just gave too much away. It's 4 across. You can see 2 down fully. 3rd down is partially covered. But it's 4 across.
In other words, I want to shoot. Hey, Bryce, I need you to shoot something at some. Oh, wait, he can't. He can't shoot that well, can he?
He couldn't grapple.
Can't grapple.
Yeah,
but
there's
shoot.
no like door
But he
frame
can
for him to grapple
shoot
onto.
At the. He can shoot at the.
So wait, so this is on the floor.
That's one on the floor.
And then the other one is above the door.
There's a door. Yeah.
It's above the door.
Okay, so
there you can see it. There is a door. It's a stone door. It's closed, and on the door there's a 4x what you assume at this point is a 4x3.
Okay,
because that's all you can see.
So we can all step on this one.
I was about to say, can we see? We can't see that row then.
You can't see if there's a bottom row. You can't see it.
Okay. So so I'm gonna step onto B1.
Okay.
The one that did not ignite.
The one that did not ignite.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Okay, so as you do that, you see that on the door in front of you, the first square on the bottom row lights up.
Ooh. It's the piano sequence from Big.
I was gonna say it's classic Zelda. I'm wondering if we have to leave something weighted on it.
Yeah, we have to. Well, actually, I want to throw another stone.
Okay.
I want to throw a stone on B2, directly in front of him. But, so I'm at an angle.
Okay. So he's still on row 1.
Yeah. And I'm going to skip it off that stone.
Okay.
Down.
Fire.
Damn it.
Can you shoot an arrow at the one on the wall?
On the one that's drawn?
Yeah. Shoot the corresponding one that you said it lit up.
Lit up on the wall.
So, the way you have it written out there, 2B?
Yeah.
2B, no, sorry. 2A is lit up.
Yeah, so here.
Yeah.
Oh, 2A? What? No, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. And AB, so
AB.
2A has lit up.
So I'm standing here, but that one is lit up.
Yes.
Okay, so throw a rock onto that one for me.
Okay, I want to throw a rock on this one. 2A.
Nothing happens.
Okay, now I'm going to step back off and throw a rock at 2A.
Fire.
Okay. Fire.
Okay, so, crap. Do we have to we have to daisy chain this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to step onto B2.
Everybody, wait, how many are in our party? We have Undril,
there's 3.
me.
Yeah, we
Undril's by the boats.
She's by the boats.
Yeah.
Okay, are we assuming,
How big are these squares?
Yeah.
They're probably 2x2. They're fairly large.
So we could have multiple of us stepping on one.
No, because you each take up a 5x5 square, pretty much.
Only hold one of us at a time.
The way D&D works.
Is, we need to time it where basically every one of us steps at the same time, but we have to leave something on each space. That's the only way, because if you being on there triggered that one, then we have to basically have it weighted so that it'll clear the path so that we can move across.
I'm gonna try something real fast.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep
I'm
one
sorry,
foot.
Zazu.
Yeah, he's okay. I'm gonna keep 1 foot on
B1.
B1.
Okay.
Or that's
B1.
B1.
And then go.
And then I'm gonna put
A2?
a second foot onto A2. So I'm gonna straddle them.
Okay.
And I'd like to throw a rock on B3.
B3.
Mm-hmm.
Fire, but you can see as you do that
We're in row 3.
B3 lights up
On the wall.
on the wall.
That's what I threw at B3.
Sorry, B2. I meant to say B2.
Okay, so now I'm gonna lift my foot off of B1 and put both feet on.
Sorry, what do you?
Okay, so no. So this was the first one. This was none.
The first row is one. Is
Yeah.
B1.
Yeah. And then you said
A2.
A2 was clear.
And then
And
C2.
Oh, C2. Okay.
Not C. Sorry, I'm having a hard time
C3?
upside down. 3. B3.
You said that caused. I thought that caused fire.
It did not cause fire. I'm in my head. I'm trying to do what you're doing, but I have a different thing in my head.
Okay.
So
So I'm
all right.
I'm straddling these two. So I'm gonna lift my foot off and put 2 feet now onto the next row.
So A.
Nope. So give me a second.
This is getting complicated.
So
All right.
good.
Okay, so you're taking your
Good.
foot off of which one?
So here.
Oh, so much easier.
Yeah,
Okay, so
pretty.
you're
So when I
So
threw the pebble in 3, when he was straddling here, what lit up in 3? That didn't light on fire.
so it would be B3 is lit on the door.
Okay, so here.
Okay, so I'm straddling these two right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna
Please don't
lift
let 'em fire.
off my foot from here and have 2 feet on this one.
And I want
Okay.
to step on
And
B1.
you're both fine.
Okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
now I'm gonna step to this one.
You're
Okay.
going to do one straddle?
As you step,
I'm straddling.
Straddle.
okay, straddling. As you put weight onto B3, you can see that the equivalent on the wall B4 lights up.
Okay. And now, so I'm. Yeah, I'm gonna toss a pebble onto that one.
Okay.
That's
Nothing happens.
okay. Cool. So now Bryce here.
Bryce, get your ass over here.
Bryce here. You here. Me here.
We got a straddle step.
Yeah. So we're gonna straddle step, daisy chain it,
Okay.
and now. So now I'm standing here.
Okay.
She's here. He's here.
All right. There's about 2 feet in between the end of that to the wall that's about 7 feet tall. Which is what. So you can't see the door anymore. Bryce can see the door because
Right.
So
not
it's
7
the
feet
big,
tall.
it's the
So,
big
so now
cliff up.
we have to climb that.
you have to climb the wall. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're gonna but you said there's 2 feet, so I could step off, and we could all step off and all be at the wall and then climb up.
Yeah. I mean, it's because it's 2 feet, so you'd all be kind of like more or less pressed. I mean, it's 48 inches. It's not you wouldn't be pressed that close to it. So
Cool. Let's do that then.
okay.
And now we're gonna climb.
All right.
So in other words, good job, buddy.
Thanks.
So go ahead and
You won't
roll
throw pebbles.
athletics to climb.
Oh, shit.
14.
19! And no modifier for me on my athletics. I lied. So that's 25!
Wow, 25, and yours was what?
What did I say? Did I say 16? 15?
I thought it was 15.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And he rolled a 14, so
He's a slacker.
you all managed to make it up. He's more dexterous than strong, so he's kind of like,
You know what happens when he's been doing all those finger lifts? You
I
see
need a
what
minute.
happens?
I need it.
I was about to say,
I need a minute.
he like flips himself over.
And then he
Lays
kind of
down,
like,
takes a nap.
he jumps back on all the tiles to the other end and like skips across and does like this weird monk flip thing and gets on there.
Sick.
It's very him. He's such a weird acrobat.
All right, so now that you're face to face with this door,
All in this together.
the ledge here is big enough. I mean, you're all three there. It's big enough for that.
Okay.
You're looking at. I mean, it's about 5 feet to the door. All the squares that were lit up, like as you were crossing the light up, they're all lit.
Cool. But the door is still closed.
But the door is still closed.
It's on the wall or it's over the door?
It's on the door.
What's in front of the door before you poke it?
I would say, is there anything? Are we?
Yeah, I wanted to check before we poke it.
It just looks like a flat slab of stone. Like they carved a flat slab. There's not any tiling or here.
I'm gonna check for traps.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I would like to double up and check for traps too.
10.
And what is an investigation?
Perception.
My perception? I'm at a 14.
How?
Or 13.
Okay.
Oh,
7. That's not a
neither of you seem to find any traps or triggers
Bryce,
or
roll
anything
perception.
hidden there. He's behind you, like, hey guys, check this out! And like the flame is just like spinning around. He's like really entranced and thinks it's really cool.
He always does. He likes the shiny things.
cool.
So there don't appear to be any traps. I mean, you rolled good enough to, I would say, you trust that.
Okay. You gonna poke it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna poke in order.
That you travel.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do that, they they change from like a yellowish glow to kind of a whitish glow.
Baby
As you
juice.
light them up, and as you get to the top, I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm in danger. Oh, that wasn't high enough for Ralph. I know to fix that.
All right, well, 3. So that's 19.
Wait, you rolled a 3 and you got a 9?
No, I have a 3. I have a +3 modifier.
Okay, so 19 and
2.
you take 4 points of thunder damage. You take 9 points of thunder damage and are thrown backwards. And I want you to also roll a dexterity save.
What's the celestial?
You're gonna light
What's
on
my
fire.
celestial resistance? Hold on. Yeah, like too
I
close.
mean, you have resistance to radiant and necrotic damage.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
There's nothing in here actually that has any of my breakdowns.
Oh, that's on the other papers that I printed out. You have those over there, right?
Can I see those real quick? My constitution was only 1? No, my constitution was 4. I lied.
Plus
For
4?
my saving, yeah, for my saving throw, so it was up.
Oh, because you're probably...
Yeah, sorry. You
Words.
said saving. And then, what's my other one?
now a dexterity saving throw.
17.
17? Okay, so you're thrown back, but despite that, you're able to kind of ascertain what's happening, and you maneuver yourself, and you land on the tile B3. So you land safely there, but you're back down. You've taken some damage. I think
I'm at 51.
you're probably fine.
Yeah, I'm at 51 hit points. Okay. So, jiggity. Wait, what happened to Bryce?
Bryce wasn't close enough to be affected by the spell.
Son of a bitch.
Jeez. Amy. God.
Sorry. We share our pain.
There
sorry.
are kids in the chat room.
Yeah.
Are there?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know the age of half the people in there. Okay, so
I'm okay.
yeah.
You managed to clamber back up.
I clambered. I like that word though.
So, all right, Bryce.
I'd like to throw sticks.
So as this happens, you guys look around a little bit more, and you see that on the walls around you, there's more depictions of the man with the crocodile on his back. Here, seeing different sights and different things happening throughout the world of man, not the world of the crocodile.
I think that it's his totem.
Let's roll history for me.
I'm gonna cry.
19.
Okay.
19. Wow, dude.
Both of you- all right.
Look at
What's your
So
modifier?
I have nothing.
as you're seeing this here, you're able to kind of put together like, hey, maybe these glyphs are here, these pictograms are here to help instruct us in how we're supposed to get through this. Maybe we should, one of us, get on the other's back and try this again.
Ew.
Seems weird. All right, cool.
Wait, no,
Hop-
don't turn into an alligator.
Hop on my back, and then I'm gonna push the buttons again.
Okay.
I'd like to, prior to this, put my shield on my back.
Oh, good call. Yeah, good call.
So you're doing what?
And her
putting
shield
my
on
shield
his
on my
back,
back
so if she gets blown
to make
off,
sure.
it doesn't hurt his back.
Oh, okay. So you push the buttons. They change from the yellow to white again, and this time the door slides up and open. In the next room, the floor is very dusty. You look in, you see a 40-foot high, 20-foot wide chamber that is littered with dinosaur bones. Webs stretch from the walls to a 30-foot tall central pillar coiled around which is a narrow stone staircase. Its steps are covered in thick layers of dust. Carved into the pillar are reliefs of a man carrying a crocodile. The reliefs follow the stairs to the top of the pillar on which sits a large, beautiful ceramic jug.
If this is all for beer, bro, I'm going to be so upset.
Are you? You love beer.
A good mead.
Okay, so how do you want to proceed?
Check for traps.
Yeah, let's check for traps.
Are you still...
Yes, I'm literally on top of him, hanging over his head, like,
Hey.
hey buddy, we should check for traps. Hey buddy.
And I kick her off my back.
Okay.
I throw her off.
Buddy, we should check for traps.
I'm strong enough to throw her off.
And I land with a very giant thud right on the dust.
Which areas are you checking?
I want to check the ground. What do you want to check?
I'm gonna check how far is that column?
The column's like right in the middle.
I got a 19, by the way.
So it's probably 10 feet to like the column because it's a 20-foot deep chamber, but the stair comes out about 2 feet, so 8 feet to the first step.
All right, I'm gonna.
I check the ground.
It's on a
You
raised.
check the ground. What did you roll?
19.
19. The ground floor seems to have no traps on it. What did you roll?
And I rolled a 19 as well.
Okay. So you can see at least, like looking at the steps, you look at the first... How many steps you want to look at?
3.
The first 3. The third step does appear to have some sort of trigger on it, but it's something that you're not really familiar with.
Interesting.
I would like to take a step forward, pick up a dinosaur bone, and throw it at the first step.
Okay.
You mean the third step?
He said the first step had the
I
trigger.
thought he said the third one had the trigger.
The third one has a trigger.
Then I want to throw it at the third.
Okay. So you do that, and you can see the step, something like a glyph kind of glows and comes out of it and floats in the air, and then a big crack of lightning hits it, and the bone is like pretty much incinerated on contact.
Hey. I think we've got to do the alligator thing.
Crap. Okay. I put her on my back.
Okay.
Bryce stands there scratching his head.
And I walk up the steps.
We alligator up the steps.
I step on the third step gingerly.
Okay. So nothing happens. You step on the third step.
Cool.
You keep going up. Go ahead and roll just a strength check for me.
Just him?
Yeah, because he's carrying you.
Just because I'm beautiful.
That is 17.
17?
Woo!
Okay, so you make it up to the top perfectly fine. You don't trigger anything. You can, because of your druidic background and the connection to magic that has, you can see, you can feel on the third step, you feel the hint of magic. On the 10th step, a hint of magic. On the 17th step, a hint of magic. On the 23rd step, a hint of magic. You get to 24.
How many steps are there?
24, 25, and then you're at the top.
Okay. So I tell Bryce to avoid those steps.
Okay.
So he's able to hop up.
So Bryce uses this, he just gobbles himself up, and he lands.
Thank you for carrying me. I'll get you snacks at the next rest.
He lands and he goes, because I'm bat citizen.
I've got this. We miss you, Bryce. Come home.
Okay.
So we're at the top of our thingamathingy.
You're at the top.
I'm going to gingerly get off his shoulders because he's starting to yell at me again.
And then, so there's the jug. It is in front of us.
It's a jug.
Yep.
Jug.
All right. I'm gonna...
So wait, you're getting off? Is that what you said?
No!
Back it up.
No, bring it down because there's still a baby in this house.
Sorry,
as you're clapping and
hear.
shouting.
Sorry. Okay, so what, you got to the top?
You can't getting off of my shoulders.
Yeah, but also the problem is that I think I should hang up.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep her on my shoulders.
Okay.
None of us needs to live.
And who do you want to pick up the jug?
Bryce.
Bryce.
Pick up the jug.
Bryce picks up the jug?
I'm gonna go up and put my hand on the jug.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I put my hand on the jug simultaneously. He puts his hand on the jug.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I want to sniff the jug.
Yeah, can I inspect the jug? Is there anything special about it?
I mean, it's kind of, it looks like it's a clay or stone jug of some kind. It's lined, like it has etchings in it, and the etchings are filled with like gold leaf and that kind of stuff. It's very ornate and very beautiful. If you want to roll an Arcana check,
Ooh, this is up your alley, bro.
or
Yeah, it is.
probably 17. Okay, so you can tell that
18 on mine.
that the jug has special properties. This is a alchemy jug.
Alright, so...
That's why you needed the alligator.
What does that do with alchemy?
Changing one thing to another from its natural state is not just talking about minerals. It also use it on people.
He's the killer croc now. Got it. Okay, well, I don't want to combine...
This has nothing to do with Killer Croc.
I was really voting for
Fine
that.
with you. Okay,
You won't like me anyway.
so I guess... We're gonna...
Are any of you proficient in alchemy?
I'm proficient in whatever I need to be proficient in, bro.
I mean, medicine, yeah.
Vehicles.
Bryce is not.
Athletics, constitution, dice. What? Why does it say proficiencies is dice set?
Herbalism.
Because if you play it like a gambling game that involves dice, you get a bonus on your checks for that.
I want to take it with us.
Yeah, but yeah, let's take it with us and let's see what happened. And let's
Bryce,
Indiana Jones this.
Wait. Can we look in the jug?
You can. The jug is empty, but you can tell that it has properties that would be beneficial to an alchemist.
I say we head back to town and we'll
let's
take it with us to Camp Vengeance.
I'm gonna hang out on your shoulder so that we can get through this crap a little faster.
Okay, so you pick it up.
Yeah.
Nothing happens as you lift it.
Okay.
Bryce does a flip jump down to the bottom. Hold on.
Hey, you need to check that. Make sure he made it.
He kind of he lands on his feet, but they slip out from under him, and he lands on his back. And he's like, I'm okay. Oh, just give me a second. Okay. So he's down on the ground, but he's generally fine. And you guys are heading back down the stairs. Go ahead and roll athletics for me again. Just 10.
Aww.
18?
18?
6 plus 8?
Yep.
16 plus 8? Or 16 plus 2, I'm sorry.
It's 18. He's
Not
right.
sorry.
He's tired.
You make it back down just fine.
Cool.
All right. So you have the jug. Who's going to hold on to it?
I'm the turtle.
Go ahead and notate that. I'll make sure to add that into your...
I got the jug.
And I'm going to add that.
At least it's only one jug and it's not two. What was that noise?
No noise.
Okay.
Right, I guess we're gonna head out.
So you head out. You know where all the traps are.
Yeah.
You get out just fine. You kind of hopscotch back through the thing. You get out to the front of the ruin.
Entrance of the cave.
And the rain is still falling. Not very heavy still. Like a California rain. A light California rain.
Not an LA
It would be a heavy version of Seattle rain, but a light California rain. So you can see just fine. You're getting wet as you're out there. Presumably, if you left a rain catcher out there, it's full at this point.
Sweet.
And as you start making your way back towards the boats,
it's gonna happen.
You hear
Why did you let Zazu out, bro?
Zazu's fine.
He better be.
And you look down at the puddles in the area, and they do.
Puddles.
It kind of looks like a glass of water that maybe had a guitar string strung.
Wait.
Jurassic Park.
Wait.
And through the trees to the south breaks a Tyrannosaurus Rex with a goblin dressed in very ornate armors. It looks like very tribal. He's got tusks coming off his face and a headdress and a full-on mask.
Tool's mask from Star Wars, and he's riding the T-Rex.
And he's full-on got his little tiny. It's like a dagger, but to him it's a sword because he's tiny. And he's just yelling some sort of battle cry. and he points right
Somebody clip
at
that.
he points right at Diane, and the T-Rex charges right at Diane, and we need to go ahead and roll
Voice.
initiative.
I'm in danger.
17.
15. Oh, sorry, 15.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So the order is going to be Alex, Diane, Bryce, and the T-Rex.
What about Andrew?
Undrill's guarding the boat,
Yeah,
so...
She can see this. She's outside.
Sergeant Squiggles, by the way, says life finds a way.
We missed you, baby.
sorry, actually, the goblin has the
So
highest.
Alex. Oh, so
The goblin or the T-Rex?
The goblin has the highest initiative.
He's not the Goblin King, is he? We need to check him for some glass balls.
Undrill...
What?
I'm making David Bowie references.
Got it.
So it'll go Goblin, Alex, Diane, Bryce, T-Rex, Undrill. It's going to be our order here. So the Goblin is like riding this T-Rex in.
He's Luna.
As the T-Rex gets a little bit closer, you notice that it has like gashes and wounds on it, but there's not like blood. There's like this weird black ichor kind of like slowly oozing out of the wounds of this dinosaur. And he's going to take a javelin, and he's aiming at Diane, and he's going to chuck it at her. And as he's saying it, he says,
You don't have to scream and go one.
no, I'm not going to do it. He says, we, mainly because of the baby, we will kill the God Killer. Because remember, and he rolls a natural 20.
Son of a brisket.
So you will take 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not good.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, goblins aren't really that strong. So, and that'll take us to Alex.
All right. How far away are these guys?
They're just breaking through the camp. I mean, they're charging through, so they're probably about 30 feet away.
Which is my speed. What's your speed?
30.
30. Walking,
I'm
30.
going to...
And the goblin's turn.
Just
they
because
move
we already got a T-Rex, I'm going to transform into the Swamp Citizen.
okay.
We have a swamp citizen.
We have a Swamp Citizen.
We have a swamp. Why are you telling me?
Rest in peace.
Sphinx, don't
so
scare me. You left me in a jar, bro. This is not nice.
I'm going to transform, and I'm going to punch the T-Rex in the leg.
Okay. Wait, so are you moving and then transforming, or transforming and then
Transforming
moving?
then
Transforming on the move.
Okay. Read your transformation spell.
Where's it at?
In your spells.
I put it in a weird, different, like an other or something like that.
Known spells, prepared spells.
It's not a spell.
Oh, you did.
It'll be like other.
Traits, items, gear.
Is it in the wild shape?
Maybe
No.
not in the more.
That's what it takes the place of.
Wait. Oh, other positions. That one.
Let me see if I can find it for you.
No. All right, I'm going to pull up my paper.
Sheety.
Yeah, the paper.
I want to scroll. Thank you for your patience while we find what we're looking for. Because we still haven't found what we're looking for.
Gargoyle.
Other
Fire
holes.
snake.
Fire snakes. That sounds so fun. There's even have water.
Here, why can't I track it down? Oh, I didn't print it out because I printed out the other stuff. What are you trying to get at? What do you?
Oh, it's not on there. I just have as a bonus it didn't go through. So as a bonus action, you transform. Okay, so you have the ability. I was just making sure that you have
run.
to attack again.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a bonus action, which is different than the normal shapeshift ability.
Yeah, but I'm
which is why I
special.
wanted to double check. Okay, go ahead. So you're gonna kick him.
I'm gonna punch him.
Punch him in the
You're-
leg.
I'm gonna
You're
slam him.
punching the
Let the boys
dinosaur.
be boys.
Punch the dinosaur in the leg. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack.
Bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum.
And I'm gonna use.
Is that boys?
No, I'm not gonna
No,
do
not
that.
yet.
No.
Want to use strength? It'd have to be strength, right?
Yeah. What's my modifier?
Yeah, it'd be strength.
Okay, but it's different on that one. What's the?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because that sucks that I can't pull it up.
Was it in the other? Was it in your other?
Oh,
round?
I see what you're asking.
Because the transformation, he had a new set of modifiers.
Yeah, I can pull it up so I can tell you. So your strength modifier is +2.
Okay.
And your slam is going to be a 2d8 +4 if you hit.
Okay. I forgot what I rolled, so I'm going to roll again. 12.
12 does hit.
Cool. And 2d8 then?
2d8.
Thank you. 2d8. Is there plus anything or just 2d8?
2d8 +4.
10.
10. Okay, I probably didn't need a calculator for that. Okay, so you transform and where you ran and then transform?
Yeah.
Okay, so you run, and as you're running, you transform into the Swamp Citizen and just slam into the T-Rex, and as you hit one of its legs, it kind of like slides back in the mud, but it doesn't seem to affect it all of that much. And that'll take us to Diane.
I do not have any, this sheet doesn't have my information on my attacks, even though I remember, kind of, but I don't remember what
your spells.
Yeah. So I want to use...
probably somewhere in that
I want to charge forward and use my Bracer Slam. And I want to aim it at... at the little angry goblin man.
Okay, that'll... yeah, so you'll do that...
And then I can't remember what the thing is, because it's not a thing.
I want to say... Do I still have that?
Do you still have it?
Because I know I changed some stuff, and so I might have deleted some things.
Yeah, because...
Nope, I still have it. So...
Totally need that shot at me.
Load faster. Here we go. You will do 4d8 of damage, and they will do a Constitution. So that's going to affect... I
didn't even roll on if I hit or not yet.
So that'll... It's going to hit for sure.
Okay.
Every creature within a 15-foot cube, every creature
includes me.
will have to do a Constitution saving throw or take 4d8 damage.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
So both the dinosaur and the
18.
goblin fail.
18.
Nice.
What do I have to... What's my save?
It's her spell save, which is on the third page of that.
There's nothing on the third page of this.
I didn't remember it didn't load on hers.
And you said it was 48?
It's going to be... What's your proficiency bonus? 3 plus... So your intelligence, 10 plus 3. Oh, no, 0. So it's 13. You have to be 13.
Cool, I got 18.
Yeah,
and
so
I
you're
had
good.
a 20 on my
Yay.
my 4.
Well, you don't have to do anything because you're casting the spell.
I know.
So roll... 20 total
20
damage?
damage, yeah. 20 total damage.
Okay, so you pass. You take 10, and they each take 20.
Yeah, I still got hit.
I'm sorry. I would have yelled, "Move out of the way, you big green man," but it seems a little mean.
All right, so you hit that, and lightning exudes from your bracers, encompassing a 15-foot cube in front of you. The goblin actually, as it's getting hit, gets knocked off and kind of flies back and lands on its back on the ground. The T-Rex takes the damage and kind of shakes it off. You can see its eyes, which were kind of glowing a red, kind of like fade a little bit for a second, and then they come back as bright as they were.
Under something, bro.
Yeah, with the black ichor, he's...
I know he's possessed.
I think he's a zombified T-Rex.
All right, that takes us
to
to Bryce, who's still
confused.
If you remember last time, Bryce threw his daggers at a gorilla and he forgot to grab them. So he is unarmed, but he charges in. He has a movement speed of 45 because he's a freaking monk, and every class is OP, so I guess it balances out. As he's running, he sees laying on the ground some sort of quarterstaff, and he swoops down and picks it up, and he runs up and two hands swings at the T-Rex's. We'll say his left arm. Why his arm? I don't know. Just because.
But he's got little arms.
And he rolls a 12, which does hit. And he'll actually do a D8 of damage because he's using two hands. It would normally do a D6.
Man, you didn't
and he does 6 points of damage. and he hits the tiny like dangling arm, and it just goes and kind of like pops back into place like nothing really happened. He shrugs it off like, "Come at me, bro."
Remember, everyone. Its vision is movement based. If you don't move, it can't see you.
I love you, Squiggles.
That's what Squiggles just let us know.
Squiggles, you're a genius.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The T-Rex, after taking the force of all these blows, first off, it's going to take a step forward, like stepping over Bryce and Alex, and he's going to make a bite attack at Diane.
You have to jug.
And he's going to roll...
I'm glad I paused when that drop hit for the frames.
He's going to roll a 20. Not a natural, but he's going to roll a 20. And you're going to take 30... Holy crap! 33 points of piercing damage. And I need you to roll a... Nope. You are caught in its jaws.
I'd like to do healing hands, and I don't even have my thingy for it. I really wish I had all of my moves.
It was also not your move, so you can't do anything.
You can do that on your turn if you want. And then he's going to take... he has a second attack. He's going to take a tail swipe at Bryce, because Bryce was the last one who hit him. And he rolls a 13. Bryce, what's your armor class?
Squiggles, send help. And
that doesn't... Bryce manages to dodge out of the way. And that'll take us to...
I'm the puppy's Undrel. I'm the puppy's chew toy.
To Undrel.
She's there.
And so Undrel comes up with her broadsword, swings, rolls a 15 plus 2, a 17. And that's a broadsword. So that's a D... There it is. Does 5 points of damage to the dinosaur. As she swings through and slices into its skin, it peels apart and just more of this black ichor starts pouring out. Oh, actually, before the T-Rex is done with its turn, it's... never mind, it's grappled with you. It can't do anything. But you can feel like there's like hands like coming out of its throat and like clawing at you as you're in its throat.
It's gross.
And that'll take us...
Something's touching me.
That's going to take us back to the top, which brings us to the Goblin King. He's on the ground on his back.
Hopefully he's got his codpiece.
He gets up and pulls his scimitar out.
Scimitars are cool.
And he runs around and he's looking for the God Killer and can't find you. And so he takes a swipe
He's
at
angry and pippy.
the scariest looking thing. So he'll take a swing at...
You are the scariest looking thing. Congratulations, bro.
And he'll roll a natural 20. I'm rolling so good for these characters tonight. And you will take...
all the damage.
So on the first swing, he gets 2 attacks. The first swing, take 10 points.
Jesus.
And on the second one, he gets disadvantage, and he'll roll... Not quite as good. He rolls a 7 on the second one.
So 17.
So... What?
A 7 damage or 7?
A 7 total.
Oh, okay.
So he missed the second one. So you take 10 points of slashing damage.
Damn, okay.
And that will take us down to Alex.
So I can't heal you because I'm not in my druid form. And I got a goblin to deal with, but you're grappled. My spells suck as...
He's touching me.
Yeah,
he's touching me.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Sweet Caroline. Ba ba ba. Good times never
take down... I'm gonna take down the goblin. I'm gonna get him out of here. I'm gonna slam him.
Okay.
And that does... What's the... Do I engulf him because
he
small?
Is a small humanoid, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna engulf him.
Okay. Roll attack.
Make sure I actually... 19.
19, that hits. And roll damage.
Yeah. What am I... 2d4? Or 2d8, I mean?
Oh, 2d8 plus 4, yeah.
2d8 plus 4... That
Whoa,
is 15.
So, okay. So you slam into him, like both hands just and kind of like grow into this big overgrowth of mud and foliage and vines. Yeah, and you feel his body just go limp as you hit him.
Suck it.
And that takes care... I mean, you can't see him, but you could assume that the Goblin King is dead.
Sorry, Jared.
I had too much beer.
That you drank all of that kilt, bro. That kilt lifter is all.
But I got water, so I'll be good.
Oh, I didn't know there was anything in that cup.
So
I just drink. Why does he keep drinking an empty cup? What is going on?
All right,
That'll take us
I
to...
just crushed the goblin to death.
Yep, so the goblin's dead. That'll take us to Diane, who is currently...
Healing hands.
Okay.
Do
You need to know what that does, don't you?
Do you have to get out of the grapple first?
No.
No, she can do that.
I can do that one without leaving where I am. I just can't... I don't have my page on it. And it's driving me
Okay,
nuts.
so you regain hit points equal to your level, which is 6. So you regain 6 hit points.
That puts me over 20. Shut up.
Does it?
Yeah.
You've taken 43 damage so far.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 damage from the javelin and 33 from the dinosaur.
Yeah.
No, I took... Oh, yeah.
And then didn't you take damage in the... Did you take all that into account too?
In the cave, you
My
took lightning damage.
apparently my secondary account... Hold on. Then I need to do double math. So, basically, I'm up to a whopping 14.
Okay.
There we go, that's good.
I had 17. Okay.
Alright. So that's your... Okay. That'll take us to Bryce.
Wait, I thought I got... No, that's not an extra, is it? I wish I had my page.
Yeah, that is as an action. So...
I thought I had 2. Do I only have 1?
You have 2 attacks. So if you would have tried to attack, you would get a bonus attack. But because you didn't attack, you don't get it.
I just need to do the action.
Yeah.
And
so
stand there and go, something's touching me! Something's touching my leg! Something's touching my leg! Something's touching my
All the
leg!
things are touching your leg.
all
I'm
right.
trying to get you. I killed the goblin.
Yeah. So we got that going for us.
Under
Bryce is... I should take a look at Bryce's...
Can we get Bryce to get me out of this? Because I know the squiggy over yonder. You just want me to die. I miss you. I miss you already. But
Alright, so Bryce is... What other class features does he have? Ooh, what does this do?
I don't want...
Okay, so he's gonna swing his staff. Again, two-handed at the T-Rex. Let's use the correct dice.
I'd like him to aim up at his face or his eye. Have him aim at his eye. Whack him in the eye.
Yeah.
Are you gonna yell that out to him?
Whack him in the eye, Bryce.
Okay, so Bryce having a unnatural movement speed, runs around him and up his tail and does a flip off the back of his head and swings at his head, which he does, let's say, 12 plus 6, so 18, which does hit. Where's that D?
Dislodge me.
Does a D8 plus... So he does 11 points of damage to the eyeball. So he swings and you just get this... As he squishes in the eyeball and black ichor starts pouring out of that head. The dinosaur does then... let's do
Give him a dinosaur scream. I want a dinosaur scream.
He kind of you hear this little kind of a choke of a roar, but he managed to keep his jaws closed.
Oh.
Damn it.
That was 8 plus that's 11, so that's 80. Okay. And Bryce lands on the floor, and he comes back up and swings again at him because he's got 2 attacks, and he'll roll a 16, which hits. And that's an unarmed attack. Yep, still 16, but that's not that. And he'll do 4 points of damage. And as he finishes that swing, he's gonna come back and kind of settle into a defensive stance and use one of his key points. Is that what we decided it was called?
Key, yeah.
And settle into a defensive position.
Cool.
And that'll take us to the T-Rex, who's going to use a tail swipe at Bryce.
I like squiggles. Yabba dabba do, bro.
And because he's in defensive position, he can use dodge, which will give the dinosaur disadvantage. He still rolls a 16 plus 10. So that'll hit. And Bryce will take... What's the tail swipe? Eek, that's a lot for him. 20 points of damage. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. 20. So he's down to 17 hit points. And it's going to continue to chomp on... That's not the right dice.
I have an idea.
Rolls a 14. What's your armor class?
18.
18. Okay, so you don't take any more damage. And that'll take us to...
up to Alex. Andrel.
Nope.
Andrel and then up to Alex.
The dinosaur, the T-Rex is actually going to open his mouth, drops you to the ground, but as it does so, kind of... and out of its mouth falls 2 zombies.
It was touching me.
Onto the ground.
It was touching me, Alex.
And they will... So, on the next round, the zombies will go after Bryce. And
Instead of the T-Rex? Is the T-Rex tipping over or is he still there?
Nope, the T-Rex will go after the zombies. They go on their own initiative. And that'll take us to Undrel, who's going to, seeing this happen, is going to use both her attacks and slash at one zombie and then the next. So let's do...
Is the T-Rex's eye still red?
One of them is, the other one is pouring ichor out of its eye.
I'm just checking.
She rolls a 13 and a 6. So one of them hits. What is it? Zombies. Okay. So one of them hits, and she'll do 9 points of damage to one of them, which is okay. And that'll take us up to the Alex, because the goblin's dead.
Yeah.
Why? Okay. There we go.
And the math.
Math's hard.
I guess.
Especially when I can watch you just write on the paper consistently and I can't read it.
What am I closer to, the zombies or the T-Rex?
You're probably closer to the zombies because you were attacking the Goblin King that like came around the front.
Right.
I like that he became a Jareth.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge and I'm gonna punch at one of the zombies.
I was waiting for you to call him Zazu.
Which one are you gonna? So
the one she hit. Did she hit both of them?
Yeah, she hit one of them. So one of them has a huge gash across the front of it. As it sliced through, you can see its body starting to split apart, and then whatever necrotic magics hold it together, like kind of remend it. But there's like a huge gash still in its chest. It's just not.
I'm gonna punch that one.
Gonna punch it.
Yeah.
It's a medium. You can't grapple mediums, or can you? You know what? I have to look that up for you, don't I?
Yeah. 15 plus.
That'll hit.
Cool.
Yes, so you can also, if you wanted to grapple this, you could.
Let's do it.
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage.
I'm gonna engulf him. It is 10.
10?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pardon me.
right. So after you slam against the zombie king, you pull your arms apart, and
everything's a king.
The Goblin King. The Goblin King's body, lifeless body, falls to the ground. You turn and you slam into this zombie, and you completely engulf it as your vines kind of like entangle. You're like pushing it into its body, trying to rip it apart. And you can, its body doesn't go limp. It's like struggling against you, but you can feel that you've done a significant amount of damage to it. And that'll take us to Diane, who you're back on the ground. You're looking like you're in terrible shape. You have like cuts and scrapes and...
See, I really wish I had my second page so I could have done all the work that I needed to do for this. Do you know what? I can't remember. Is second wind is that a bonus?
Bump down. Second wind is... So you have a limited well of stamina that you can draw from to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to gain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. So you're looking at a minimum of 10 more hit points. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. So you can use it one time.
And what was the stipulations on me using healing hands again, by the way?
Healing hands, you've already used it once. You have to wait for a long
rest.
Take it easy, Squiggles.
A long what?
Squiggles is heading out.
Long rest.
Night, buddy.
Bye, Squiggles.
If I die, I die.
He dies.
Yeah.
Nobody ever really dies in comic books.
Okay.
So you can use your healing hands is done, but you could use your second wind if you would like.
Okay. I want to do something kind of odd.
Okay.
I want to use my second wind.
Okay.
Charge back at the dinosaur with my lasso extended. I want to wrap it around his neck, jump on his back, climb up his head, and then stabby him in the other eye.
Okay, so roll a d10 first. This will be for what you're going to regain in hit points.
It's an 8. That's not what I need. That's in the...
Looks like this.
Yeah. Wait, this... No. This one.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know how to read it, though.
2.
So that'll be a 2, so you get 3 hit points back.
Yeah.
No, 3 plus 9. Sorry, 12.
So, at 26.
All right.
Yeah.
She's back in fighting shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that drinking.
Okay. Go ahead and roll acrobatics to do the lasso thing.
Okay.
DC, BDC, DC 10. 8 plus...
Oh, and you want me to do another 10?
No. 8 plus your acrobatics. 0. Okay, so you
My dexterity is still 0.
Okay, so you manage to like get the lasso across, but as you pull, like it bucks and it swings you like all the way around. You do manage to land on your feet, but you don't land on the back like you wanted to.
Yeah.
So you still have that'll use up all of your movement. You still have your attack if you would like.
Yep. Let's do...
I mean, to be fair, it looked pretty BA as you did it.
At least I like superhero pose.
There you go.
She's gonna do a superhero pose.
You did the
She's gonna do- she's
superhero
gonna do
land as
super
well.
landing. And then let me shoot at that sucker in the eyeball.
You're gonna what?
You said I have another attack, so I'm gonna.
Well, yeah, that's your movement, but you had your sword out. So if you're gonna, you have to load your. That'd be your.
I'd have
action.
to do another action.
Yeah,
and
so
then
you
therefore-
you can come up and slash at it.
Well, technically, I still have the opportunity to leap at his eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Ugh. 5. Wait, what was my other? Do I need it? Not athletics.
5 plus strength.
Well,
Well, it would be
8.
so over here.
No. For the attack.
Yeah.
So 8. Wait. Sorry. Another 8 plus 5. So 13.
That'll hit.
Math is tough.
I don't like
Math is tough. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
So my D6 plus 4. Ha! 6, 10.
10. All right.
Yay!
We're gonna
Let me
take
find
this
it.
down here.
I'm not dead.
All right.
Tell me about his eyeball.
Is it what? Did you jumped up and swung at his eyeball? Okay, you slashed across his eyeball. It's still glowing red, but there's like some black ichor kind of pouring out of its eye.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
I didn't think I had a bonus move.
That should be it.
No, the way he's twirling things is very telling because he's slightly drinkery, and he's telling me that I should do something else. I have an extra attack.
You do.
Is that champion? What? I can't remember what champion was.
Champion means that if the dinosaur attacks Bryce, who's less than 5 feet away from you, you can jump in his way and protect him.
Okay. Well, what's my extra attack? Is just I get to do an
Yep,
extra attack.
you get an extra attack.
How close is he to the dinosaur?
Who? How close are you to the dinosaur?
I'm at the zombies still.
Okay, so
close
he's
is he in
within
relation?
10 feet.
And my bracelet slam is how many feet?
15. But it's going to be whichever direction, so you could focus it away from your...
Yeah, okay. Then I'll use my extra attack and I'll do a bracer slam.
Okay.
Aim specifically at the dinosaur.
The dinosaur.
Dinosaurs. And that's 4 D8.
Yep. Oh, he definitely failed. He got a 1. Not a natural 1, but his dexterity's not that great, so...
16.
16? Alright. Okay.
I didn't hit you.
No, I appreciate that.
That'll take us to Bryce, who's going to continue. He's going to turn on the one zombie who's not being attacked, and he rolls not good.
Sorry.
Um,
The fan.
Yeah.
he rolls a 9, which actually hits.
Wow.
Because their armor class is terrible. But he only does 4 points of damage.
Awesome.
But he has an extra attack. That's not how that works. So he's going to attack again. And he rolls this. Yeah, he definitely hits this time. He rolls a 13 plus 6, 19. And he does 7 points of damage this time.
All right. Chopping away.
So a little bit better. And that'll take us to the T-Rex. No, to the zombie. So the one inside of your grapple thing is going to try to break out. So, where's that? There it is. He rolls not good, I think. He rolls an 11. And, man, iPads are great sometimes. He has to roll a strength check for me.
Both of us or just him?
Just him. Beat 11.
12.
12? Okay. So he's still stuck in there. The other one's going to
Stuck with
retaliate against Bryce. Rolls a natural 1. And so, like, swipes at Bryce, but Bryce, still in his, like, defensive stance, manages to dodge out of the way, and, like, the zombie just falls over in the mud. Just, like, face in the mud. And that'll take us to the T-Rex, who's going to take another bite attack at Diane. Rolls a 21.
Holy shit. Sorry, kids.
What, me?
I just said holy shush because he just rolled a 21 on you.
And you'll take another 33 points of piercing damage.
Constitution saving roll at this junction.
Well, on your turn, you'll make a...
Yeah, I have to.
But that pretty much takes you unconscious, right? So he comes down, slams down on you, and he like lifts you up in the air, starts shaking his head back and forth, and he chucks your body. You fly and you land in the river, and you start floating slowly down the river back towards...
Can I rotate? At least
port.
get my body
Now
somewhere.
you're unconscious. You
No,
can't...
I know, but I just want the river to rotate my body so that my nose is above water, because I have a big thing about that, and I don't like drowning.
You're floating face up. You're fine in that regard. And you start floating downriver. That'll take us to Undrel, who's going to do 2 slicing attacks. Hits on both. Does...
You just floated away down the river.
8 plus 3
Maybe I wanted to
damage.
Moving down the river.
That'll take us to 8 plus 3. Okay, that'll take us to Bryce. Not to Alex, sorry. Your turn, bro.
I just realized that Diana just flung down the river. So I guess I'm gonna finish off the zombie. I'm gonna crush the zombie that I'm still holding.
Okay.
As I slowly float away.
Natural 20.
That zombie is for sure...
20. I see Diane flung into the river, and I just squish that zombie.
Okay, that zombie's for sure dead. You do have 2 attacks in this form.
And then I'm gonna hit the other zombie as well. I'm gonna pummel him into the ground.
Okay, go ahead and roll your...
19.
19. Whether or not you try to engulf him, you hit that zombie. He's on the ground, so he just like sinks in the ground, and you can see that he's like flatter than a pancake.
He did.
On the ground, and he is dead.
Yeah.
That'll take us to Diane.
14.
Okay.
And what's the for Constitution, right? Do I need that for my
No. This is just straight.
Straight saving throw?
Yeah. I mean, you have to beat 10, so. That's going to take us to...
I'm
to Bryce.
Poorly.
Who hits both times on that attack. It does 5 plus 6, 11.
Can someone come fish me out?
I'm gonna try to once we kill this freaking zombie T-Rex. What was that? Buzz.
The Zombrex.
All right.
Zombrex.
And that'll take us to Undrel, who's going to do the same. Misses on one and hits on the other. And that'll take us back around to...
Alex!
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna charge the dinosaur. Oh.
That's the only... all the zombies are gone.
Yeah, but I'm debating. I don't... How far... Is she, like, gone? Like, can I not see her anymore?
I mean, she's floating slowly down the river, but you could see her. You're a fair distance from the shore. It would take probably 2 or 3 of your turns to get there.
Alright, I gotta take this dinosaur out. Alright, I'm gonna attack the dinosaur. I'm gonna slam him.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
15.
That'll hit.
Cool. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And 17.
17. Okay, roll damage for both of those. So that's...
roll 48.
Yep.
Plus 8.
Oh, he just wanted to speed it up. Wow.
So 12, 18, 27?
How do you want to do this?
Oh, hey.
Oh, you get one!
Alright, let's see if I can hopefully...
Oh, you're returning things like a good person while I'm not drowning yet.
So,
Set the scene.
I realize my friend Diane is floating away helpless, unconscious, after being chomped down by this zombified dinosaur all over a stupid jug that we found.
I
with
still have the damn jug.
no ill will. So I run, and as I run, the T-Rex is up in the air. He's looking around. I run, and the ground rises to meet my feet, propelling me up as I uppercut his jaw, snapping his head backwards, almost ripping it off, letting out a groan as I then come down and slam the rest of his body down into the ground, separating his head, ichor everywhere.
All right.
Swamp citizen.
So you do that, and as you do
That's
that,
kind
you
of
see
amazing.
pouring. You can see like dangling out of its body and the back of its throat from its head. You've severed 3 more zombies in half at the same time. Also, hey Drew, what's up?
He had so
Hey,
many
Drew.
insides. Gross.
And you take out the zombie T-Rex, and we're gonna call it there. Diane is floating down the river.
I'm not dead.
Nobody else is.
Not dead yet.
Is
I just
Bryce
have
is not in good
unconscious.
shape, but I mean, what's going to happen with Diane? She's floating the wrong way down the river. Bryce will be fine. They'll take a rest and they'll be fine. And everybody else seems to be good. And what's going to happen to that jug? And when will
And I have the jug.
Gimpy, the 3-legged,
Will we ever see Zazu again? Might he
Zazu
to
come
my
back?
aid?
Join us next time for Crusaders and Dragons.
Part
Thanks,
5.
guys.
Part
So,
5.
you guys are going to have to come back next time to see what happens.
To see how juggy with
To
it
see
I
what
get.
happens to Diane. That being said, next week,
It's a special occasion.
it's a
next.
special occasion.
very
Episode 100 is next week. It will be live on Twitch. It will be live at Empire's Comics Vault in Sacramento, California.
1120 Fulton Avenue, Suite K.
You can come down and check it out. We might have a returning original Crusader.
Yeah.
We've
we'll
tried-
have
It
we
takes
put out the
most
Crusader.
shows like 5 or 6 years to get there. We
Yeah,
did it
exactly.
in just over
We're
4.
pretty talented. We're pretty
We
talented.
also put out the Crusader call to see if the original Crusader.
Caw.
It didn't work at CVCC, but it was okay.
So, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out in the chat. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for liking, giving us 5 stars in the podcast app. That's the one.
Thanks for clipping.
Thank you. My name is
Delete
David
that
Barry,
clip.
at Dr. Barry on varying social media platforms. My comrade in arms floating helplessly down the river.
I'm still a lifeguard and I know how to float. This is Amy. You can find me at iJaneURobot on all the social media. And the person who I'm still dying to hear another impression of Zazu
Not doing it
over
tonight.
that way is...
Maybe next
I'm
episode.
done with the weird high-pitched things. My name is Manderson at Son of Mander on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for joining us. I hope that it was entertaining.
Thank you to our sponsors, Empire's Comics Vault, Computer Booter, and our new sponsor, Beard Balm Brush. That is right.
Nailed it.
If you use the code KPLUS at beardbalmbrush.com, you can get 15% off your purchase of a beard balm brush.
And even though I don't have a beard, I will be acquiring one to find
I
out
know
how
it-
else I could work it for not a beard.
I know Attack 4 is in the chat right now, and he's got a heck of a beard.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's in a beard
always
club.
always down to try new beard products. Anyway, for the Capeless Crusaders not joining us, the Azorian one, Anthony Estes, and Tall Dark Not Ugly on everything.
On everything.
On
Tom.
everything.
For the Capeless Crusaders, thank you. Good night.
Good night.